All these tools I'm teaching you are things that I've used with my clients, and they always work. So I'll give you a case study now about one of my clients. A bit of science here, or statistics. The biggest group of sufferers of IBS appear to be women in their 20s, and 10 to 20% of the population do experience IBS. So this particular client was at school. He was a young athlete doing really, really well in sports, and such a lovely guy, and 15. And he had this one experience, and one experience can set off your IBS. And do have compassion for yourself if this is one experience you think, why am I so terrified from now on about what I've been through and worrying about it happening again? Because that one experience can be so bad that it kind of imprints on a part of your brain called the amygdala. So in sessions we do work with that, and you can alleviate that experience so it doesn't affect you in the same way anymore. But he was doing really well at school, 100% attendance, really loving school, loved sports. Well, not loving school, I mean, you know, but he was loving his mates and the sports, and he was doing really well. And he had an experience in the classroom and felt like he really needed to go to the toilet, and his teacher wouldn't let him go, which is pretty standard. I know from my own kids that they talk about, the whole teachers don't let you go because they think you're trying to sack off the lesson or whatever. And that's understandable, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? But that experience set off a whole chain of events that led from him being confident and calm and happy in the classroom to missing days, to taking tablets in the morning because of the fear of something happening again, to parents and him excluding whole categories of food, thinking that that might have something to do with it. He then got very nervous about going to sports, obviously. There's a whole paranoia about what you're experiencing and what other people notice about you, if you get my drift. And so it was really hellish for him. So his parents sent him to me. First time he's like, I don't know, I'll give it a shot, because he was so miserable. And he really got into the process. So when I talk about thriving in some of my posts, it was actually his dad's words that I use, because his dad was so thrilled to tell me that after the 8 sessions, he was back in 100% attendance. He even had a letter from the head saying, I can't believe the difference in him. He seems like he's just switched back to how he was before. And that's why I'm doing these posts, because I'm a therapist because I want to give value to others. And I experienced that moment where it started to get a lot easier, and that any time that I sensed that my tummy was going to flare up again, I know, and it just doesn't go away like a ghosty or something. It's there for life. Just as if you are, experiencing any kind of health issues, you just have to find the right tools to work with that condition. So what I taught him is what I teach in my 8 sessions to all my clients of all ages. And that's what I'm giving you a taste of here, so you can start using the tools at home that I'm giving you. And it was very important for him to understand his digestion and get into that breathing technique. And the other thing about this, of course, you're not going to want to go, like look like you're meditating or anything when you're out in public. But who needs to know if you've got your hand on your tummy and you're looking at the person in front of you, like I'm doing here? You can just look like you're really concentrating on what they're saying, when actually you're doing making sure your hand is rising, breathing in and then breathing out. It looks like you're really fascinated by what the person in front of you is saying, but you're actually doing some work on yourself. So these are the kind of tools we can use that don't bring attention to you, because God knows that's the last thing you want, isn't it? You don't want any attention on you anymore. You just want to get on with your life and stop this drama, right? I was you, and my clients experienced the same thing. So I thought it might help to share that case study with you, and I will probably share some more case studies, because it's really good to know, isn't it, if you're suffering with these kind of things, that you hear of other people that have been through the same experience and are out the other side and thriving. So if I can do that for you, if I can share a case study and it makes you think, oh my God, I'm not on my own, or it's not going to be like this forever, then my job is done. You can do this, but you do have to put in the practice. Okay, so that means that you do have to get familiar with your digestion, get familiar with where the pain is on your tummy. You may feel like your tummy is pregnant, but the more you put your hand on your tummy, as if you're nursing that baby's back, and the more you get into these breathing techniques, the more things will start to calm down. Just put in the work each day. And do you know what your mind will do? I can promise you, because that's what our bloody minds do. It'll go, oh, this isn't working, it's rubbish, it's absolutely stupid, she's a stupid cow, don't listen to her, doesn't mean anything, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Okay, that's fine. But don't be surprised if your mind does do that. It's not working, it's never going to work, it's never going to work. I haven't noticed anything, my stomach's just bloating up even more. Oh my God. That's very common. And I did exactly the same thing. So, yeah, prepare for, I'm going to swear here, but prepare for the shit show of your mind telling you it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And when you do that, be aware that when your mind does that, your breathing will go off piste as well, and you'll start breathing from your diaphragm. So it's like, imagine that calming hand on a baby's back, and you're going, it's okay, just stop, just calm down, stop. Where is that pain? Slow it all down. Calm. Calm down. Slow down. Even make your voice slower. What that's telling your nervous system is, we're not under attack. Everything's okay. Release and relax and let go. And you can find a word that really expresses that for you. It might be let go, it might be peace, it might be Shazam. I don't know. But whatever that word is that works for you, that says, calm the fuck down. Sorry, I won't swear anymore.